Elon Musk opens up that Tesla Model 3 husk for some more detailed corn. Yeah, it was kind of a stretch. Right, yeah. It's a celebration that'll last throughout the year. That's what Renault is saying about their Alpine concept. And Ford is getting its endurance back with their 2016 GT Le Mans car. Plus Alfa Romeo's 4C Spider. How much would you pay for it? I'll tell you. Well, how much you'd have to pay for it. And it's Monday, so we have Commenter of the Week. Remember that for later, guys. What's going on? I'm Derek D, and you're watching Fastlane Daily. And how about that Game of Thrones last night? Can't even. Alfa Romeo has announced the pricing for its 2015 4C Spider, and that price is $65,495 for the convertible 4C. That includes destination when it goes on sale in August, which I tell you is a great month. You know, specifically August 22nd. That day is a great day. Cheesy wink. Optional extras include carbon fiber roll bar. A removable carbon fiber hardtop. Get some. And a nice sounding racing exhaust. Lefty. But if you add all three, the price moves past 70 large. The 4C Spider uses the same 1.7 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine as the 4C Coupe, making 237 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of
torque.
Max, what car has that same pound-feet of torque figure?
The Mercedes CLA.
That's correct. 0 to 60, it takes an Italian 4.1 seconds, and top speed is 160 miles per hour. So I guess you could say we foresee the 4C. Spider doing pretty well. Oh, it's broke. Yeah, it's broke. Used all the good ones.
Yeah, that was a bad joke.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ford is back in endurance racing, and its new Halo car is based on the 2016 Ford GT. Ford's return to the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 2016 will be 50 years after its victory over Ferrari with the GT40 race car. So, since they have a new Ford GT, what better time than right now to jump back in the fray? Ford plans to compete in both the FIA World Endurance Championship and Tudor United Sports Car Championship with a two-team, four-car unit, partnering with Chip Ganassi Racing with Felix Sabates. That's a fun name to say, Felix Sabates. The new Ford GT Le Mans car will use a twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 and a whole lot of downforce, as you could tell by that insanely sticking out rear diffuser. Whole lot of diffusing going on there, yeah. Oh, and speaking of Le Mans, at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, Renault's Alpine division revealed a new concept called Celebration. As the name suggests, Renault built the car to celebrate Alpine's 60th birthday. The concept takes design inspiration from the A110 from the 60s and 70s, while still being a modern, light, rear-wheel drive coupe. Under the hood is, well, we aren't sure definitely yet, but the production version will reportedly use a mid-mounted 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder with 250 horsepower. Yes. A 6-speed manual or 6-speed automatic will manage the power. And I tell you, very New York Knicks color scheme-esque going on here.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe they're Knicks fans. Probably not. His muskiness. The Muskinator. That's kind of a new one. El Loco en la Cabeza Musketeer. I don't know why I said he's crazy in the head, but he has revealed new information about Tesla's upcoming Model 3 sedan. The compact model will reportedly manage a range of 250 miles or more when it goes on sale at the end of 2016. That's on par with the most efficient Model S version. And it will outdo Chevy's upcoming Bolts and its 200-mile range. Also huge will be its price. We're talking huge in the way that it's not that expensive. You know what I mean? Somewhere in the $35,000 ballpark, which is good. Because an affordable model, you know, that will help open the brand up to a big new group of buyers. So a lot more electric cars on the road. You know, it's just going to get more and more. That's going to happen more and more anyway. So get used to it. Do you guys know what time it is? Come on, I just told you in the beginning.
Oh yeah, commenter of the week time.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Right?
Commenter of the week. Comment our show. Yeah, commenter of the week.
Comments. It's team effort here at FLD today. You know what I mean? All right, this comment comes from FLD fan Bella Simaga. Something like that. And he said, why do we have high performance cars when we can't even go above 80 miles per hour on the highway? We're not even allowed to use their speed features.
Thought this all the time.
Well, Bella, first off, a lot of places the speed limit isn't 80 miles per hour. It's actually 65 or 75 miles per hour here in America, depending on where you live. There's some roads out, I think like Montana or something, that kind of, there's no speed limits in certain areas, but I'm not talking about there. Second, cars are essentially a use at your own risk when it comes to how you decide to drive them. If you want to push the limit, well, that's up to you, I guess, but then you got to take into consideration there's other people on the road.
Of course.
Okay?
Yeah.
Usually when I'm driving on the highway, I am steadily around 75, 80 miles per hour.
Cuff them.
Around there, even though the speed limit is 65.
Oh my God.
That's
Going
a
to jail.
confession.
Yeah.
Also, we have high performance cars because it's just natural competition between automakers, and the advancement of engine technology will keep making cars faster and faster. That never will stop, nor should it. Laws, of course, need to be in place to keep people safe on the roads. Right? That's a given. You can always take your car to a track or go to a big empty area like a dry lake bed or salt flats to have some speedy fun. Safe, speedy fun. But all that being said, let me bring this conversation back to speed limits. Here's the thing. Yes, you do need a speed limit, and people need to be safe. But let's be honest here. It really is a moneymaker. Not just on highways, but in residential areas as well. On the Garden State Parkway in New Jersey, in a construction zone, the speed limit drops to 45 miles per hour. 45 miles per hour is not fast, okay? And on a major highway, that's just absurd. If you are actually going 45 miles per hour, you'd be more likely to cause an accident because people are still going 65, 70 through those areas. And I'm talking about not construction zones that are whittled down to like one lane. I'm talking the ones that you just see a sign that says construction zone, and literally you got 4 lanes to work with, you know? And if you're pulled over in that zone, fines are automatically doubled. Pretty much everyone is breaking the law at that point. So an officer can just literally pick someone out at random and ticket you. No one really goes the speed limit, and that's the problem because it's not realistic. So something has to be done to change that, I think.
Yeah.
That's my whole, you know, in the respect to speed limits. It's just, no one really obeys them.
Yeah.
So there's got to be some, so that brings me to this. All that being said, thank you for the comment, by the way. Our FLD question of the day is, what do you think lawmakers could do to make speed limits more fair for the safe driver? You know, instead of just getting ticketed out there when you're going, you know, you're driving safe at 75, yet you're 10 miles per hour over the speed limit, and you could get a hefty ticket.
Right.
But, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think? Hashtag FLDQ of the D and let us know. Something's got to be done, AK. I think. Tom?
I think in some places they do something already. They do an annual average speed test. So you see those little strips on the ground?
Yeah.
And technically by law, I think in New York, I know they do this, they're supposed to raise or lower the speed limit based on the average speed. So if there's a road that's 30 miles an hour,
Yeah.
and everyone's just doing 45 because it's wide enough and safe enough, and people generally do what they feel is safe as
Yeah.
a group, they need to raise the speed limit because it's not fair giving someone a 15 mile an hour speeding ticket in a zone that doesn't make any sense being that
That's
low
my
speed.
point. That's what I'm getting at here.
But they don't always do that, even though they do the test. They can
Yeah.
just fudge those numbers.
Exactly.
There's no way to find out.
Right.
So it's a good discussion. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Of course, like I said, hashtag FLDQ of the D, and
Tips at FastlaneDaily.com.
if you'd like to send in your own. And that will do it for Fastlane Daily today. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Derek D, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Yes, I know. I was in the sun a little bit. Got a little sunburn on the old forehead there. Even with sunblock.
Wow.
It's hot out there. The beach was nice, though.
1, 2, 3.
Comments.
Do you want to try it again? I was drinking.
Wish I could talk to you guys about Game of Thrones right now. Oh, Maron.
Oh, man.
I don't want to spoil anything though.
Derek, we're cut. What happened?
Oh, John.
Ow, we're living in the fast lane, baby.